Hello friends, this is Wurps, a new devlog out today with some pretty big changes. So I wanted to go over those. And it's pretty funny, so I want to also watch it here and
Greetings
react.
and welcome to today's devlog. Today I will be showcasing a brand new weapon coming to repo and also some gameplay tweaks that we've been working on. As we have listened to your feedback, we know that the so-called
Okay, this is such a good reproduction. You even got the open mics mashing the E button audibly, which is a real thing that has happened. They're all just sitting there. They look like they're at some sort of factory production line of evil. It's black and white. They're all angry except that other guy.
health glitch is dearly missed. And while this is indeed a glitch and was not intended and won't be re-implemented, we've taken another look at health balancing in general, as well as crystal balancing.
Yeah, this is a pretty big problem right now. And it's pretty hard to use items. And considering that whole patch they did was to make people use items kind of clashes.
We are tweaking the health system so that it will be easier to heal your entire team. We'll be adding a team discount for the health kits, so the more players you are, the cheaper the health kits will get. Also, the truck will be more generous with its health recovery beam when semibots return to the truck. So as an example, below level 5, you'll regain 50 HP, and
That's
then
a lot.
after level 5, you'll regain 35 HP, and after level 10, you'll regain 25 HP.
This kind of fits the what is it, the length of play people usually do, because it's kind of annoying to like regather a group. So many people just start a game, go up to one of those stages, typically die, and then start over again. So this is kind of mostly impacting the people who aren't using the meta strats. That's also kind of a lot of healing. That's surprising. I kind of hoped they would do some sort of critical health regeneration similar to Lethal Company and like regenerate up to a certain amount of health, which would then naturally boost the health economy and make it so you don't die to a paper cut. But I can see why they wouldn't want to do that as well. My main concern is this will exacerbate the issue where people that aren't paying attention or just don't know that they have to share their health prior to walking in the truck. Like it's kind of a little annoyance to have to explain this to people over and over and over again, is that you'll be walking back to the truck or like reviving people right before you're about to leave, and people who will be overcapped on health will waste that health. And it's kind of annoying to have to explain over and over and over like the whole song and dance to them. I do hope they come up with some system that like only partially heals if they only have enough health cap to hold, you know, so much of it, so you can walk in the truck, and then if you need to heal people you can, and you won't be wasting it. Like it'll just continuously heal you like a battery instead of like a one-time thing, because it's really just tedious having to deal with that over and over and over again.
So basically we want the health kits and the crystals to be more attractive to buy, so they will have a similar like cap on the pricing.
Cap on the pricing, you say? That's a pretty big deal, because these would get to the point where they would be inflated so high that it like you'd have to start measuring every time you fire your weapon in thousands of dollars.
That's fine, let's go.
We're also balancing the enemies a bit. Some of you were unhappy with enemies not being able to be stunned by lightweight items. So we're basically gonna solve this by making the enemies more unsteady below level 5. Basically, they will be more easy to stun with smaller items, but after level 5, the enemies have learned they will be a bit more steady on their feet, so to speak.
No.
Okay, up to level 5, it kind of bridges that gap where you don't really have access to weapons yet, because it is a bit RNG if you even get decent weapons. And they really just nerfed the whole valuable fighting system out of nowhere. I was really surprised that they even wanted to nerf it. I mean, I can see how having a super accessible system like that would kind of make items less impactful or needed, because why would you buy a gun and then keep having to buy ammo and crystals and all that just when you could grab some big potion and just bop them instead. So I see why they did it, but at the same time, it was a fun system. So I was a little disappointed that they added so many restrictions to it, but they're kind of undoing that now up until level 5, which I guess is fine, because past that you'll have more access to things. So we'll see how that goes. It really depends on what they do. I wonder if they'll just make it so it was exactly how it was before. Kind of a lot of things to keep track of, like exactly what mass you need to stun enemies, because in the current system, prior to this patch they're going to do, it got a lot more confusing, that there was like a certain amount of items that stunned certain weight classes, and now it's all messed up. Everything has a different mass. There's like a huge chart you have to refer to.
So this is all game balancing, and we want to make sure that you guys know that we always take a look at glitches that become popular, or even mods, and we take that as a sign that we need to tweak or change the gameplay design or add to it. And now, I am happy to reveal a brand new item, a weapon if you will. I mean, yeah, it is a weapon. This thing will turn your cart into a battle tank. Introducing the cart cannon.
It's time to spruce up the cart with the cart cannon.
That thing looks heavy.
What does it do?
It's cart powered. You put it in the cart, it
Okay,
stays
it's got
in
like
the
a
cart,
magnet effect.
and
kind
then
of.
grab the cart cannon by the handle.
Can I steer
And-
you while you are in the cart? Yeah?
Now,
I do question how the hell you're going to do this when you have items in the cart.
we're officially a tank.
Blast away! Woo! Is this also a cart cannon?
I don't know. What might it be?
Oh god!
Don't sweat it, dude.
Ah!
Oh
Pontus?
no, he accidentally died.
We hope that
in
this
quotes.
weapon, together with the other things mentioned previously, will be at great disposal for your Semibot team. Note that these changes and additions are not out yet, but they're coming soon to the beta.
Sorry, Pontus. I was too harsh on you. The team discount on health packs really helped me and my horrible friends. But with that said,
Feeling hard.
never fix the duck bucket bug.
Casual, insane production quality as usual.
Oh, that was close. Okay, guys. See you next week.
Okay, so there are a few more things here. There was a button
Officially
at the bottom of that. Is that like to detach it from the cart, I would assume?
officially
Yeah, that button here. What is that? Maybe it's just an indicator. All right. But another thing, I did see some people saying that making it so a group gets discounts is like a nerf to solo or low player count. And I'm kind of torn about that, because it doesn't really nerf it. It is comparatively worse, but at the same time, I feel that encouraging people to play in a group is better. And I feel the reverse is infinitely worse. If it was better to be solo, then people would feel they're punished for playing with their friends. And you're not really getting punished for playing solo or whatever. It's almost easier because you have complete control of everything. There are very little variables. You just have to keep doing the same thing over and over optimally, and you will reach the point of critical mass for upgrades, especially since you don't have to share them. Your end game potential will be slightly more risky, as you won't be able to make multiple juiced hyper carries with 13 strength and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty cool update. This is a crazy amount of extra health. I mean, at this point, like, that's a lot of health, especially considering people will be able to share it and top people off. Like 50 health for 6 people, that's 300 health. That was previously quite a lot of value of med packs. So it does taper off after those levels. You still get some after level 5, but yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people even get past 10 at this point. So they're going to be using the, I don't know, new player bonus health for a pretty significant portion of their gameplay experience. Again, I am interested in seeing the actual new weight requirements for stunning, as that will be a big deal. Even if it's just how it was before, I mean, that's pretty good. It was really easy to stun things before. Maybe too easy,